Yo, it's your boy Onte, and welcome to the Alpha Talk podcast. I feel great. I got my hair done yesterday. My dreads is flying. I can actually feel my scalp, but I have amazing guests in the building today. Before I get into the guests, I got a sponsor to shout out. The sponsor for today's podcast is Alpha Gaming. Alpha Gaming is my very own gaming team that I have. I have a team of like 10 players right now, and we're doing pretty good. We have a tournament coming up against each other. And if you want to follow us on anything, you can follow us on Instagram at Alpha Gaming Team _. This podcast is also sponsored by D&T Investments. What's D&T Investments? D&T Investments is my dad and my stepmom's company. What they do is they find old homes, they fix them up, and then they put them back on the market. You can reach them back at 254-334-9240. But for today, I have a friend of mine. His name is Ryan Slapian.
Slapian, you got it, bro.
Okay, cool. But welcome to the podcast, bro, and I'm glad to have you here today.
Hell yeah.
So basically, before we have a couple topics to hop in today, but I'm gonna just start off with this one for all the young men out there that need some role models. I think I'm talking to the right guy. So,
oh yeah. So,
do you have any dating apps on your phone?
Do I have any dating apps?
Yes,
I do. Would you listen to my last 2-3 pods?
Yeah, so I went back some time. So what's your favorite like dating app that you have? Or like what's the like go-to one?
I don't have a favorite because I don't like them at all.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're the most awful thing ever just because it is the most condescending way you can look at women.
So do you think...
It's literally just, is she pretty? Nah.
Damn.
Pretty hot? No.
And it's like...
Does she got ass? Nah.
What about...
That's literally all it is.
How do you feel about... Okay, do you think women only download the app for validation? Or do you think they're really on there to like find somebody?
Oh, it's both. So like sometimes you'll have ones that you'll match with, right?
Yeah.
And you'll talk to them. And let's say you add each other on Instagram or Snapchat, whatever.
Yeah.
They'll try to talk to you a little bit, but they're not actually interested. You can tell. Like, they're just looking for validation or looking to be complimented once a day by saying, hey, what's up, gorgeous, in the morning or some shit.
Man,
Yeah.
and I think that's actually really crazy because a lot of women will manipulate men into thinking like, I like you, but it's like, I just need your validation to make me feel pretty.
I mean, that's just social media in general, right?
I hate blaming social media about things, but we came to a point where social media has taken over.
Yeah, I mean, look at Instagram in general. When do you take an actual picture that you enjoyed taking now? It's not about enjoying taking that picture. It's about the process of trying to look good in that picture.
Nobody posts pictures like...
I mean, look at mine. I don't care about taking pictures like I do. And I'm over here, like, the most recent picture was me drinking a cup of wine. Like, no, I would never take a picture like that if it was candid. I probably would never
take a picture like that either.
Yeah, you see? Like, it's not my thing.
I just think it's... Yeah, I think it's just crazy because nobody posts pictures like, dang, I'm having a bad day, or I'm broke today, or I can't eat anything today. It's more of like...
That's a Snapchat thing.
Yeah, that's more of Snapchat. I'm on a lot of private snaps, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Snapchats are more... Or Snapchat in general... People are more, not candid. Yeah, candid about what they post.
Yeah. I see it's a lot of crazy things. Another thing that I've also noticed that on Instagram, you like and watch over 100 pictures probably every day.
That depends on the person. Yeah, I try not to scroll on Instagram that much.
I scroll. I have moments where I actually sit for like an hour or so. I'm like, dope.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah,
I can't.
It can get to a point.
I watch too many movies and shows at home to be able to do that.
Well, maybe it's because... Well, I do a lot of promoting on my other pages on Instagram, so I kind of be like networking with people. So it kind of takes time out of my day. But it gets annoying.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have TikTok on my phone.
TikTok is just... I mean, TikTok is amazing as a platform if you want to get big on anything, but as a user, I mean, it's the most mindless thing you can use.
What's that show on Netflix? They actually talk about Netflix and Facebook. Dang, I can't remember. But from what they said, I would never in my life get TikTok because they said they track all of our phones. If you could say, "Hey Siri,"
you're talking about the documentary that Netflix dropped.
Yeah.
And they were showing like the connection between all the algorithms that they use for all the different apps and
then like how they know like the strokes you do, or the way you type. I'm like, bro, like, and they provide like that's what I said. You're the product. You're like,
yeah. Well, they talked about like. Using social media now is to the point where it's like a slot machine. So it's hoping that you get something from the next pull. So it's like the next scroll, am I going to see something I enjoy more or like more? Or is the next woman I'm going to see look better than the one I just saw or something?
How much dopamine can a human take from seeing all this?
I mean, that's why You gotta do more exciting things that could just be on TikTok.
And and work on your goddamn. I'm very big on semen retention. I don't know
Semen
if you know.
retention?
Yeah, I'm very big on it.
I remember the No Fap challenge a couple years ago. That's on Reddit.
Yeah, a lot of people still do it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, if you do something all the time, you're going to become numb to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, and especially watching. I seen this video, bro, and this guy was like, he was talking about like porn, and he was like, you're literally watching people fuck, and I'm like, damn, that's weird. Like you're watching people have sex.
But that's nothing new. Like
I mean,
if
it's not
if
new.
you've watched Spartacus or anything like,
I've never seen Spartacus.
or anything from Roman times or anything like that, they used to go to brothels and watch people do that.
Like
so
300.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they would watch it live.
Ah.
You know, it would be like a performance. You know, it's nothing different. It's just more accessible. Obviously, and it's free. You know, whatever.
Yeah, some of it's free.
Unless it's OnlyFans. You know, it's a different story.
Don't get me started on this. Would you date an OnlyFans woman?
I've talked about this, yes.
Yeah.
But no, so my thing is if I was already dating someone and they did it, as long as they're not doing anything with anyone else, I think I'd be okay with it. But it depends on how graphic it is, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on that. And now if they had it before we were dating, it really just depends on their own content.
That's tough.
Like if it's too much, then obviously it's just not my thing.
I couldn't do if. I don't think I. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone. I just leave it alone.
I mean, I talked to a girl for a little bit that had an OnlyFans, and
How was that?
I thought hers wasn't too bad, so it didn't bother me. It was just like, just some pictures.
Okay,
and nothing like.
Some of these women out here got, bro. I'm like, dude,
Oh, I know.
you belong to the streets. Just go. Golly,
I mean, they're making money though. The thing that blows my mind is like, so you know the way the platform works is you pay for the subscription and then you tip on top of it to get particular content. And I just don't see how people are willing to spend, let's say even $25
Just
for a minute video of something, whatever it may be. And I just can't see how you would be willing to spend that much money.
But it's a lot of men. It's more men than normal, and it's got getting out of hand.
And you know, the funny thing about OnlyFans, it wasn't made to be that. It was meant to be comparable to Patreon.
Yeah.
To pay for someone's content that's exclusive to paying for it.
Shout out to the woman who changed the narrative, because golly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm happy for a lot of people that can just finesse people. But they're all, you know, at the same time, it's adding income to people that might have needed it. You know, single mom or someone that, whatever. You know, whatever it may be.
Shout out to Sauce Walk, because Sauce Walk, I don't know if you know who Sauce Walk is, but he's a rapper out of Houston. But before he was a rapper, he was a pimp, right? So he's taking the pimping game to another level. So he has girls like Bambi. I don't know if you know who Bambi is, but Bambi and other girls. But they have OnlyFans, and they're making millions off of it. Like, and he's like, I got bitches that make millions off of corporations. And I'm like, wow, like, you out here doing that. That makes me think, like, how many more men can get OnlyFans women to be part of their team and bring in that cake?
So David is the guy that I make my podcast with, which is called The Cleanest.
Go ahead, give it a shout out.
I have to give the shout out to my own podcast.
Where can we find it?
It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. All that stuff. We normally put out once a week. So David, for example, he has a Twitch, and what he would do is get OnlyFans girls and nothing bad. So get OnlyFans girls and then just play games with them. You know, just live stream, duo live stream with them. And he would get a lot of views because of it, whether it's their fan base or his fan base coming in. And it was awesome. But he did get kicked off of there because one of the girls just did something she shouldn't have when they were live streaming. Twitch isn't okay with that, which is fine. But I think he's starting it back up. I mean, I would.
I want to actually get an OnlyFans girl on here. I
mean, it'd be interesting to have the conversation.
Yeah.
We just gotta.
I don't want to. And then that's
keep
the thing.
A little PG.
I don't want people
13.
to be like, "Oh, you're just like attacking this girl." I'm not attacking. I just really want to know, like, what benefit? Like, what made you do this? Some of these women got kids.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, there's plenty of strippers that have kids. There's plenty of escorts that have kids.
Well, stripping's a different world, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's different.
Have you been to a strip club?
A couple times in my life.
I mean, strip clubs, they be, depending on where you're going, bro, they be a little extra.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about anything illegal, like just, a lot more than I thought they would be legally allowed to do, if that makes sense.
Most of the owners of the club probably do illegal stuff as well.
Isn't it? Do you remember it was several years ago in Arlington? There was a strip club that the owner tried to get some politician in Dallas shot.
Whoa.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Whoa, no, what is this?
I have to look it up and talk about it after. I just remember that story, and it was something crazy.
I did not know the club owners was out here doing it like that.
I mean, dude, Mansfield, Murderfield?
What's that movie called? It's a very old school movie. It was about strippers. They owned Players Club. Have you seen Players Club?
Mm-mm.
Check it out, bro.
I've never watched really stripper movies.
Oh, man. It's more of like
Magic Mike just because I had to.
It's more of like a comedy stripper movie. It's like It's pretty cool. Bernie Mac's in it, so
oh
it's
yeah,
funny.
that's definitely funny.
Yeah, it's definitely funny.
That's someone I haven't heard about in so long.
Bernie Mac?
Yeah, I mean obviously because he died, but like, it's just someone I haven't heard his name in years, bro. It's crazy.
I love his show.
The Bernie Mac show?
Not My Wife and Kids. Yeah, the Bernie Mac show.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking about My Wife and Kids? It's because
every famous comedian's had some type of sitcom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well deserved too. I mean, he's one of the funniest comedians for sure.
Dave Chappelle's up there.
Dave Chappelle is the funniest comedian. Hands down.
And Comedy Central is forever Dave Chappelle's.
It's such a shame that Netflix just murdered.
But let me ask you this:
Comedy Central.
You said you watch Netflix, right? Why is Netflix trying to cancel out a lot of shows? They're trying to get rid of a lot of stuff, like You, for an example, and a lot of other stuff. I can't remember the other shows.
What are you talking about cancel?
Like they're trying to take them off the platform.
Cancel? Are you still on there? You's gonna have a third season.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah. At the end of the second season, spoiler alert, he's like married or whatever, and he looks at the neighbor next door.
Isn't there a woman involved now? Like a woman that's supposed to be a you too? Or what?
Yes. Yeah. In the second season, she's just as crazy as he is.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, but I mean, I think Netflix just needs to stop wasting money on so many shows. They do waste a lot of money. Like I talked about on the Lost podcast I made. Do you know what Sense8 is?
No.
There's a show that cost them, I think, $100 million for one season because they filmed in all the continents because each character was from a different country or a different continent, and so it's like whatever. So they had 2 seasons and it bombed. So it's like
that is a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, they just throw money, bro.
That's like how much has do you know about Fast and Furious? How much they spend? They probably
spent the last one $200 million, but they also made a bill.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Dang, that's crazy. I didn't know these companies be spending this amount of money on some of these pointless episodes.
I mean, they have to.
True.
It's just like you gotta make something. You can't have normal sitcoms at this point. I mean, you can because there is people that still waste their time watching Office, Friends, and Seinfeld, but big, amazing shows is what people are into now.
Yeah.
It's like Westworld. It's Game of Thrones. It's shit like that.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I don't like Game of Thrones.
Okay, cool.
I like Westworld though. Westworld is fire.
Have you seen Django?
Huh?
Django?
Unchained?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I literally have a poster next to my home theater of it.
Okay, that movie, right? Obviously, it's about slaves and stuff, right? But to me, it's kind of funny. Like I'd be laughing.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino has this weird, mood to the movie for sure. Especially because I forgot the doctor's name. He's so goofy.
Yeah.
But he's this intelligent, like fun, crazy dude that just whips out his gun out of his arm or whatever and shoots people. But I mean, I love that movie, bro.
Yeah, I watch it probably like Den of Thieves. I watch it all the time too.
Den of Thieves, really? The 50 Cent movie?
Yeah, I watch it. That
I've seen it like
hard.
once.
What?
Maybe
that movie
twice.
Hard. The Umbrella Academy is good too.
Umbrella Academy is I think I like the show a lot, but I see why people don't like it because it's not that much action at all. In the first season.
Yeah.
If it was like more family drama, and then the second one was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, question. We're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
I have a question about the social issues that's happening in America right now.
Easy talk.
And I think you're a perfect guy for this.
Yeah.
So, what's up with the cancel culture we got going on?
Okay, so cancel culture is ridiculous. I think that I'm really far left, but the thing is with cancel culture now is that
I am glad that you came out and said that.
Because it's not even realistic. So like, okay, so have you watched Mad Men?
Mm.
Oh, do you know what the show is though? Like it's from the it's supposed to be in the 70s, and it's a bunch of it's about a marketing agency, and in one of the episodes, one of the guys does blackface, right? So when cancel culture became a thing again, they wanted to take that episode off But I'm like, why do you take the episode off when they weren't saying it's okay? They were just going with what the time was. So it's just like when you watch certain comedians and they do something like blackface, something with Hispanic stuff, whether it's a sombrero, stereotypical kind of thing, whatever it is. If in that time it wasn't as badly looked, why are we going to cancel it 20 years later? Like the Eminem thing with TikTok now.
I seen
really?
That. Why is Generation Z trying to cancel Eminem? Like
don't even try.
Yeah,
no one cares what you think about Eminem. Like Eminem has said the most homophobic things I've ever heard in a song. Eminem has said some of the most derogatory stuff about rape, stuff about, everything you can think of. But it's Eminem. Just don't listen. That's my thing. Like, if you don't like someone, don't listen. I hated Trump as much as anyone else that wasn't a supporter of him. All I got to do is not listen, except he was my president, so it's a different story. When it's a celebrity, a movie, a show, you don't got to watch it. When it's a politician that affects your life, you do have to listen. It sucks.
I agree.
But cancel culture is annoying as shit.
It's just, I said this in my last podcast. I said, like, with the older generation, like our parents, like in the 50s, 60s, it's like, we have to do this because we have to take care of our family. We have no choice. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to work this job, get my money, and protect my family. With us, like the 24-year-olds, 25, it's like, bro, I don't want to do this. I can go find something else and not worry about this job. Then you got Generation Z where it's like, if you kick me, I'm going to cry in the corner and call for my parents to come pick me up instead of like whooping his ass. And it's like, where is this world going to?
I think older generations always look at the newest generation that way, though. No matter what it is.
How do you think the younger generation? Because my little nephew's like, I want to be like y'all, but some of my friends are like crazy. They're talking about like when all the like BLM stuff was happening, they wanted to go out there and just destroy stuff and not understand like the true meaning, like why they're going out there. And I'm like, well,
that's how I felt. Like when I went to, was it the Friday night that all started? June, whatever, May 31st, whatever the date was. So I went that Friday night. I went to downtown near American Airlines, and the thing that bothered me was, so we went at night. I think that was the problem too. I think during the day it wasn't like that, but at night, for example, I was near American Airlines and a couple guys broke in through one of the front doors. So they broke the glass and ran in. And what I'm thinking is they thought they could steal cash, right?
Yeah.
Obviously everything's locked up. That's the way it is. Whatever. That was stupid. Alarms are going off, and then we all, moved away from there. And then, like, next to there, someone's trying to break in an ATM, like a group of, like, 30 guys. And I'm just like, this is just not what we're here for. But the thing is, when people get mad at those people, when people try to say why those people are doing it, it's because they are angry and they are feeling a way and they are just lashing out. I understand that. Some of those people really are being violent because they're tired of this.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But there is some that are just bullshitting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
I saw guys breaking a froyo place. What are you doing?
What are
you doing? It's just a small business.
Or like, I seen people breaking into like daycares. Like, what are you going to get from out of there?
But you see, like, you just hurt a small business. And people say, oh, they have insurance. That's not the way insurance works. You have to pay a deductible. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
It could be $10,000 the deductible knowing a business. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's absolutely crazy on where have we been in a year from now to like now? A lot has happened.
It's cool, though, that our generation got to finally experience something like that.
Some crazy,
like legit civil rights kind of movement, wannabe, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't as big as obviously the actual stuff, but it's something our generation can speak about in the future and say that we were there and say that we cared and wanted to make a difference, wanted to change things.
And how can we
told the president to F off, whatever it may be.
Or how can we fix it so we won't have to deal with it later down the road?
Yeah.
And now you got this Asian hate going on, and I have no idea where this is coming from.
So, no, you do. You know what? Everyone knows where it's coming from.
What?
A president calling something the Wuhan virus, something being called the Asian flu.
I didn't think it
the
like
the Kong flu. All these stupid like terms that people were using. My thing is though, I know that shooting just happened with the six. The 6 women in the parlor.
The massage
parlor. And I get that is terrible. I am 100% understandable of that. But I think that. I don't know. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. I just think that, okay, so now we're focused on something else. Now we're worried about something else now, and it's just like it's a little overwhelming. It's like there's too many things going on at the same time.
I actually think I've seen you. I don't follow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
But people be searching for things. So I found your Twitter and I seen what you said about like how people don't pay attention to the social issues. They're more worried about like something.
Yeah, it's the bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so that's going on, but what about so-and-so's Biden policy?
Yeah.
Or, his new policy on this, or Greg Abbott taking away mask mandates, and, whatever it may be. Like, I think it's just everything's a distraction.
And now
everyone
it's like either it's like pay attention to Quavo and Sweetie, what happens between them, or like let's pay attention to like they got 3 companies now that give out the COVID vaccine, and who knows about these 3 companies?
What? You see, that's a perfect example.
Johnson Johnson, that's the company that starts with an M. Can't remember the name.
Moderna.
Yeah. And then another one, the
Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Johnson Johnson, they can't even get baby products right. Why are you giving a vaccine? Come on.
Oh, you're talking about the talc powder?
Yeah.
Causes cancer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like babies.
Big money, bro. That's all it is.
Big corporations making bread off of us.
And it's going to always be like that. And I don't think there's a way of changing it either.
We need a... Do you like Elon Musk?
I thought you were about to say we need a Bernie or something.
Oh, shout out to Bernie, bro. I like Bernie.
I have...
But there's some things, though.
You can't agree with. I get that. And that's fine. Like, not everything's going to get passed anyways, let's say if he was president. But, like, I have a friend that's, like, super, super conservative. And I've talked about him before because he's just the only person I've ever talked to that is super conservative, knows what he's talking about, but still listens to me, and I still listen to him. Because there's so many times you try to talk to people about this stuff, and they just don't want to listen.
Yeah.
And, like, when we talk about Bernie, for example, he thinks that Bernie has some good policies, but the biggest thing with Bernie is that what he says he believes. He has no other intent than what he's saying.
Do you think that they run over Bernie?
Oh, dude, he got blackballed, no question. How did Biden win over him? It doesn't make any sense.
Did you see that video of Biden going up the
stairs, falling 3 times? Did you see the meme made with one of the Mavs players tripping him up?
Yes, I'm like, dude, you can't even go up these steps. Come on, Sleepy Joe, what you doing?
That was bad. But
that's bad, bro. You know what this is my conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. Okay. I'm very big on conspiracy theories. Okay.
You sound like a conservative.
Oh,
Conservatives
man.
love conspiracy theories.
Don't put me on that side. I haven't tried. I have this saying now. I'm going to tell you. I don't talk about any of these issues on social media anymore. I only talk about it like on my platform because I'm working on myself. I'm trying to get myself together. In order for me to save my community, I got to start for myself. So I don't talk about anything until now. So I'm going to talk about it now.
All
so
right.
my conspiracy theory is Joe Biden's going to be gone. And Kamala Harris is going to be our new president.
You mean he's going to die? Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know about. I didn't go
I
that
thought
far.
that's what you meant.
I didn't know about dying. Damn, I didn't go that far. But he might die. Could be possible.
I mean, yeah, there's still 3.5 years left, and that dude is tripping.
And Kamala Harris is going to be our president. And you know why? It's because guess what that's going to do? We got sorry about the black folks, but we got a black woman in office. She's going to take care of it. She's going to protect us.
No, but, okay.
That's what a lot of black people think, though.
I absolutely do.
A lot of black people are going to think that.
Because when she was running, everything about her was fake. Like, whether it's especially like when she talked about marijuana. We know when she was the state attorney of California, when she was in control, they were very harsh on the laws about that. But then she went on Charlemagne's show, I think it was his Breakfast Club or it was Brilliant Idiots, whatever it was, and she was like, "Yeah, I've done it before." Like it seemed like so hypocritical, and like
it's like everything's like a joke in a way. Like
it didn't seem honest. It didn't seem like she was being herself. It just nothing that she said could be based off of things that she's actually done as a state attorney. Whether it's talking about immigration, which she was really harsh on as a state attorney, and then she goes on the stage between all the other presidential candidates and ends up being completely different. All of a sudden, she's for not open borders, but being more open-minded when she wasn't open-minded before. Like it's just like it didn't feel legitimate.
It's like, oh my gosh, yeah.
You know who got blackballed too, though? I like Cory Booker.
I think
Cory Booker, and the only reason Cory Booker did not do well was because he did not have a clear message on what he wanted to do. But he had really good policies. It's just didn't work out.
Cory Booker, goddamn. Bro, I most recently came out with, I was talking about the Rochelle Levine issue. Did you hear about that?
You're talking about the person that claimed they were. Wait, who are you talking about?
Rochelle Levine. She's the Assistant Secretary of Health for Joe Biden.
Oh God,
she's a
I'm thinking of someone
transgender.
totally different. No, okay.
And how she was talking about like getting kids to have hormones. What's the word I'm looking for?
Hormone replacement.
Yeah, there you go. And now there's another article.
Wait, so is she saying that she's okay with transgender kids? Is that what you mean?
No, she's saying she's okay with removal of genitalia for the little kids.
So being okay
Yeah,
for kids to be transgender.
basically at a very young age.
Got you.
And then she's saying if the parents doesn't like agree with it, they're willing to agree with it on their own. They're willing to go to the doctor.
Oh, they don't have to get permission.
There you go.
Oh, whoa, that's weird.
And she's been trying to give kids hormone blockers.
Hmm.
That's at a very young age.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But to bring it up to what I was trying to say was, there's another article saying that they want all children to go to this phase.
No, that makes no sense. You see, who's writing the article? That's always
Article
a question now.
It came out on the New York Times.
No.
I don't know. And look, Rochelle Levine and Rand Paul had this talk, and the meeting that they had most recently, it was a couple weeks ago, and Rand Paul was like chewing her up, like saying like, why is this okay? And why do you think this is, this is against child humanity? Like, why is this okay? Why do you think it's okay to remove a kid's private part if they have not actually used it yet? And how would they know? They're just little kids. Which I don't want to get into this topic again.
Oh, you don't want to get
No,
into it? I was like, we can talk about it.
How do you feel about it, though?
I think that the thing is, I'm not religious. That's where everything changes. If you're religious, you're just going to have a completely different view on this. I think that at a certain age, yes, they should be able to make that decision, and their parent makes that decision with them. Let's say 12, 13, 14, whatever you want to make it.
A certain age, though.
A certain age, and then that's fine. I think that's reasonable because you never see in the countries that it is allowed. So, for example, there's a singer I listen to. She's weird, but her name's Kim Petras. And she had she changed genders. She's like the youngest person to have a gender change at 13, 14, 15. I forgot what it was. In whatever country.
And she's okay now? She has no issues?
100%. And you see, that's fine. But I don't think anyone that gets those changes ends up wanting to change back. Do you ever hear that? No.
Well,
so
it's a couple. It's a rare stories, but there is stories though.
Yeah, very little. But like, I think that yes, there should be an age that you allow it, but I think it should be up to the family and with the kid. It's a decision together. Even though it is their body, I understand, but it is a child too, and I get that.
I just feel like what Joe Rogan was saying, bro. You got transgender fighting in UFC fights.
No. Now, when it comes to sports, I will never agree with that because even if they are taking hormonal blockers, your body is built different from the start.
The bone structure, everything.
And it's it's fair when I'm sorry, it's just the truth. It's fair when women are going into a men's sport and they want to do whatever, whether it's, let's say, for example, football, UFC, whatever it may be. But now a man going into the women's league as a UFC fight, no, that's not fair anyway.
I don't even remember the guy's name, but UFC fight, man, he knocked that woman out so bad. She started having a seizure and then got into a coma.
What are you talking about?
It's a UFC fight. I don't remember the fight.
I need to find that later.
It's a transgender fight. I don't remember the name. But go look it. I don't remember their names, but he knocked her out so bad, bro. She started seizuring and got into a coma. Woke up 2 days later.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a like, an off story though, but overall
it's insane though.
And you know what sucks? Like the ACLU, I love. I think the ACLU has done so much. They stand up for human rights all day, but when they're talking about the sports stuff, I'm like, this has nothing to do with you. This is up to that sport. This is up to what they want to do. And cancel culture will want to jump in and make them do it. Like, no, that's not okay. Like, and especially UFC, like fighting is like fighting's a whole nother ball game. Like, dude, like I think even basketball, any sport, honestly, but specifically fighting is just not something that I think it's okay.
You can kill somebody.
Yeah, literally, and it's happened. I'm sure.
And I didn't even know. I just most recently found out what happens when you knock somebody out. Like if you knock someone out and their hands start turning outward like that, it says that like I think it means that they're dying almost. And if their like hands turn in, it means that they're okay. I didn't know that. Like when people's hands start turning and
I
stuff.
don't want to find out. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Don't want to find out either. I've actually thought about doing UFC once in my life, but
Well, I train for MMA actually.
what do you like? What do you train? Like jiu-jitsu?
So the place I go to is in Arlington.
I need to
Actually,
find
it's
a
called the
place.
gym. It's called the gym in Arlington. It's on
My friend Joel goes
it's
there.
near UTA.
Yeah, my friend Joel.
So it's a mixture. Since it's MMA, they don't focus on anything like whether it's jujitsu or whatever it may be. But I'm not training to do anything. I just enjoy it a lot. But now
I
I'm
think
doing.
that's pretty cool.
I stopped though because I moved. So I'm doing CrossFit now. I think I'm gonna do CrossFit for like a year, and then get built, and then go back to.
Hold on a second.
MMA.
You said CrossFit.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be serious about it, or you're just doing it for fun?
I mean, it's not fun.
No, it's not.
I mean,
fun.
like yesterday was the second day in the CrossFit Open, so that's like a competition around the U.S. and I did it, bro. At the end of it, 10 minutes I laid on the floor, like I was dying.
What was the workouts?
It was so the way it was it was dumbbell snatches, and then it was burpee box jumps, and so you go. It was, let's say 10 dumbbell snatches, 35 or 50 pound, depending on if you're doing RX or forgot the other name, whatever. But so you do that, you do 10 reps, and then you do 15 of the burpees with the box jumps, blah blah blah, and then you go back and forth. The total reps is like 210 or 220, 240, whatever.
And then are you good at cardio? Are you good at running?
Yeah. I mean, for CrossFit, you can't not be good at cardio.
I'm trying.
You will die.
I've been trying to do like 2 miles every other day or every day.
Yeah, and you have to do those 2 miles quick. That's the thing. That's the thing that kills you. Like
how's guys running like 7-minute paces or?
I can run a 6-something minute mile.
You gotta teach me, dog. Bro, at the end of the year, I made a goal to myself. By the end of the year, if there's a 12K, I'm trying to get in it.
Oh God, you see, I like cardio, but I don't enjoy
running. I hate running, but yeah. I'm trying to suck it up. I want to get better at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta try it out. I just don't know how, bro. I'll be so went. I'm like, and then I've been listening to a Nike coach. He's like, oh, slow it down. I'm like, it feels like I'm going too slow, but I guess you gotta work on your pace. I really don't know.
That's the biggest thing, is finding your pace.
Because by the time I start feeling myself run, I'm like breathing like a mad horse on drugs. Hey, it's a bad.
I mean, that's how it be. I mean, any workout, like when I was doing it yesterday, I mean, I was like halfway in, and I was sweating like there was no other. Every part of me was sweating.
I'm very big on. I train calisthenics. So.
Oh, calisthenics is awesome.
Yeah, I like calisthenics.
Calisthenics, though, I think is better once you're the weight you want, and then you're just looking for definition.
Bro, because I'm 200 right now. Mm-hmm. Hard.
But I mean, it would be good.
Yeah.
At 200 pounds, though. That's not heavy. It's heavy, but it's not heavy. You know what I mean?
Trying to do like.
I have friends that are 300. You know, it's not like a 300-pound person trying to do calisthenics. There's no point.
Yeah, but it's easier for you to do if you are light.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, definitions is where you're gonna get most out of it.
This whole situation that I have between social media and being in real life is pissing me off.
What are you talking about?
You have too many cowards on social media.
Cowards?
Cowards.
Oh, okay. We're going to a different subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm bouncing it.
Okay.
But yeah,
so
there's too many cowards on social media trying to tell other people what to do, but it's like, bro, who are you?
I mean, you see that a lot, especially with like, especially when it comes to people trying to be woke.
Stay woke crew.
Yeah, they'll just, they care. Okay, if they listen to this, they'll know who I'm talking
listening.
So it's like, for example, this person is taking unemployment now, right? They've been taking unemployment for the last year. And he's going to school. I'm fine with it, actually. I think that's fine. You're going to school. You're doing something. All praise to you. Well, that's fine with me. And he's also the type of person that spends money on stupid things like a Gucci bag or blah, blah, blah shoes, or you actually know who I'm talking about.
I do. That's what I was like, wait.
So he'll do that.
Yeah.
And then if I have a comment to say about the stimulus package, like, oh, they shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, he's like, oh, the people need it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you're spending that money on a Gucci bag. Don't even try to argue with me.
Makes sense, yeah.
Your argument is completely invalid if you want to use that money for anything but bills, food, blah, blah, blah. If you want to use that money for BS, then you can't say that the people need the money when you're wasting it. It's like, if I can afford health care, No, that's not. Never mind. If you can afford healthcare and you're not paying for it, whatever. But
Yeah.
but he does that, and it just blows my mind because I'm like, you're this woke king on Twitter trying to act like you care about people's life right now because they need the money, which people do. I'm not taking that away from anyone. I know jobs are still hard to find for a lot of people, and industries have completely died, stuff like that. But don't go flaunt and then waste your money that you're using that could go to those people. Like, that just doesn't make sense.
It makes sense because I haven't got any stimulus, so I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully I get this one, but
Are you still filed as a dependent?
well, we're not gonna get into that. So.
I had to file as a dependent.
Okay, I would put it like this: since I started working when I was 17 to like now, I haven't filed any taxes. Why? Just because I was stupid.
You're saying that on live?
Yeah, I already said it on live before. I already paid my debt. Okay.
The IRS is listening.
I already owed
right
the
now.
IRS. I owed the IRS $2,000, so I already paid it. Okay. And when I worked that Blue Apron, one of the old school guys was like, "Hey man, I was young. I was 19, 20. I don't really know about taxes." He was like, "Hey man, go in the office and change." Because at the time I was like, "I need some money. I'm working these long hours, but I want money." He's like, "Go in the office and change your dependents to like 6." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I did that, bro." Tell me why years later bite me in my ass.
How?
Because then I owe money to IRS.
But how?
I don't know how it works. You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
the thing is with the IRS, like, people don't realize, like, so I was listening to something a while ago, and they were talking about how, like, over the last, 20, 30 years, there's less and less IRS workers, right?
Wait,
so,
what?
So, like, they don't need as many people, or they get less funding to do what they do. So, like, to get audited, it happens less often now than it used to.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you got audited, dang, that's bad luck, because that shouldn't happen.
I'm good.
Okay, I was about to say.
I'm good. I took care of it. I'm good. So
Yeah.
hopefully I get my stimulus check this week or next week.
Hopefully, right?
Hopefully.
What are you going to waste it on, a Gucci bag?
No, I'm actually using it. I don't want to tell the fan bam or the fans out there, but hopefully moving to ATX or something like that.
Austin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
but you see, that is where money. And I understand the whole idea of the stimulus is to stimulate the economy, blah blah blah. But use it on stuff you need.
Yeah.
Something you actually use.
That's why I was saying in the last podcast, you're about to see a lot of paper tags, but you see a lot of people buying cars, putting down that down payment.
Cars.
Yeah.
I mean, all the industries are, even clothing or
It's
everything.
like the government gives you the money. What do? You just give it. You just put it right back where it belongs. Like, you just give it right back into the system.
I'm just waiting for everything to crash.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you prepared?
I'm
prepared. If a zombie apocalypse was, bro, all my life I wanted a zombie apocalypse to happen. If it happens, I am suited and booted and ready to go. I already got my vest.
I got my pile of bullets at home.
I got my Hercules got his stuff situated. My little cat got her bag. We good.
And
we're
God,
on
that
the
was
road.
A Hercules cat.
Yeah. My dog and my cat. We on the road. We out here.
Oh my God. No, but what I mean is another stock market crash.
Yeah, I got you. But
but like, it's just at this point, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, companies aren't even making money, and they aren't going to make money for years, and they're just overvalued.
Man,
it's crazy. And what they say, we printed 20% of currency last year, of currency in circulation. I'm like, bro, this money means nothing.
That's why I be telling people, as human beings, citizens of the United States of America,
you need to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's what I've been telling people. They're like, "Oh, what about Dodge?" I'm like, "Dude, put your money in Bitcoin, sit back and drink some coffee and relax. Let Bitcoin do what it got to do."
I mean, there's a lot of. I'm not into Bitcoin as much now. I'm more into the other cryptos.
Are you very into like Forex too or not?
No, Forex is.
Yeah.
Forex is stupid.
Yeah, I did, bro. Do you understand how much studying I did?
No, the thing is with Forex, it just always felt like fraudulent, and what's it, pips is the way it increases or whatever. I'm like
candles. Like, I feel like if you know what you're doing and it's been good for you, then you should continue.
If you're a technical trader and you go do something like Forex, you're gonna do great. If you're someone like you or me that has no experience, you're gonna get.
I'm pretty average though, cause
you know what I mean though.
Yeah. I've been doing it since high school, but it's kind of hard.
I mean, crypto in general is insane.
I love crypto.
For example, there's one I have. I bought it in September. No, I bought it in September. I bought it at 3 cents, right? I bought like $400 or $500 worth, and now look how much it's worth.
Bruh.
It is no lie. It's worth. So I spent $400 or $500 worth $5,475 if I trade right now.
How many hours out the day do you spend looking at the chart?
This is something I haven't looked at in months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I bought it at the bottom.
Okay.
And you know, like the biggest thing is if you want to actually make money trading, it depends on your time. So if you have a full-time job and you don't have time to look, you can't try to short-term trade. You have to buy something and be able to sit on your hands and not be scared when that thing drops 20%. You have to be able to not look at it.
And so many people let social media, bro, do you realize a lot of people lost so much money trying to put money into Dodge?
How can you feel bad for them? Like that's what I said with David. I was like, bro.
People losing $72,000 and all this extra stuff. Like, come on.
But you see, they deserve that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, you're doing something, you're putting it in a slot machine. You knew this thing had no value. You knew this thing literally is a meme. How would you think that you were going to make money?
He's a hoe. Why? Did you follow him on Twitter?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see the stuff he was saying?
Yeah.
Like
Dodge to the moon, bro.
Right.
Is he a hoe? I mean, like,
know.
Mark Cuban even talked about it, and he said how much he loved trading it with his kid. And he said it was just like, it was exciting. And then it was like, okay, play with realistic money. Don't put $100K in something with no backing. Put $100K in Microsoft.
Yeah.
Put $100K in Amazon. Don't put $100K into something that has no value. Stupid.
My portfolio looks pretty nice, so.
Mine too, except for my penny stocks. The over-the-counter market's done terrible the last month or so after the GameStop squeeze. Everyone took their money back to that. It's stupid.
How do you feel about the whole Robinhood situation, what they did?
Robinhood's trash.
God damn Robinhood.
I mean, like, it doesn't, you know.
So go ahead.
What are you going to say?
So what happened? So what is a good platform for somebody to use if someone new out here hears this? I usually use Coinbase a little bit.
Well, those are two different things. Robinhood is going to be more for stocks and a little bit of crypto, and then Coinbase is strictly crypto.
Coinbase is only crypto.
Yeah. No, if you want stocks, I like Webull. Webull is where I moved everything over to. Except Robinhood, I still have some of the stocks I've had for a long time. I'm just leaving it there because I'm not trading anytime soon. But still, that stuff could still happen again. I mean, I think that what we saw with GameStop, AMC, Nokia, and all that stuff was really scary in the sense of, are stocks worth anything? Like, GameStop, really? The company's worth nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely. And the sad part is, like, people acted like we helped the company. They literally couldn't sell any of their stock at that time because they'd just done their financial reports or had to do their financial reports, whatever it was. Basically, we didn't help them. We just messed up that one company. Was it Citadel? Not Citadel. The one company that got messed over on it. Because they were shorting GameStop so much.
It's just
yeah.
when you start getting deep into like politics, all this like Wall Street talk, it's like, bruh, you get caught in that whole little when people get caught in the whole red pill talk and they get so like womanized and feminists and stuff. It's the same thing. Like you start getting into this tunnel of like, I'm gonna say doubt. You start doubting yourself in situations. I know a lot of people that take the red pill talk too serious. And then they find themselves being against what women calling people.
What do you mean red? I don't know what you mean by red pill.
You know what red pill is? In general?
Matrix stuff? Red pill versus blue pill?
Yeah, like red pill talk. Like.
But what's the red pill talk?
Explain it. Let's be like alpha male talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we are. Yeah, we're alphas in here.
Yeah, right? There you go.
He's an alpha too?
A lot of men aren't being alphas, though. A lot of men are turning into... I seen this post and someone's like, women are going to start turning to men and women's going to start turning... What the fuck? I mean, men are going to start turning into women, and women are going to start turning into men. And when that happens, that's how you know the world's coming to pieces. That's how you know your Kit Castle's coming to an end.
I think... No, you're talking about, like, toxic masculinity and feminism, and I understand that. I think that masculinity is pretty ugly sometimes, though. I mean, I've seen the way guys talk to women. I've seen the way guys talk to other men, and it's just not okay. I think that men need to be more... Okay, so, you know, the biggest reason that men have heart attacks is due to stress, right? In some way, stress is related to it. If we were more open to talking about our things, which would be considered more womanly, talking about our feelings, we would have less heart attacks.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is they always talk about it's minorities. There's always black men and Hispanic men that have I think black men are the highest, but they have the highest rates of heart attacks, and it's due to something like that, or, you know, diabetes or whatever else it may be. But if men need to be a little more feminine to live a little bit longer, that's fine with me. Why would it not be fine with you?
I mean, that makes sense.
But now sometimes when you're just trying to cut my balls,
Yeah.
not let me be a little masculine with things, that's a
Yeah.
whole nother story.
I agree.
It's-
I used to think the whole like going to the nail salon, getting shit. I'm like, bro, that's
It's not weird though.
yeah.
It's not as weird as you
I've
think.
never experienced it, but I want to experience it.
Until you try to get a massage, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want. I want someone touching my hair.
Bro, I got a story about that, dog. I tell you. Went to the Parks Mall one day, was super sore after lifting weights. Some Asians got me right. Next thing you know, I started going down to my calves. I'm like, okay, cool. Get to my thighs. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me why this man fluffed my butt.
Hey.
Fluffed my butt, bro. I was
Well, have
like,
you never gone to a masseuse?
not like that. The only masseuse I went to was like for therapy when I had a half-torn meniscus. That's about
Okay,
it.
well then you understand it,
But
right?
he-
So think about it. The
but-
squats you do, you need
yeah,
your
do.
ass rubbed.
Yeah, you do.
Like
Yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
know how else to say that, but like it's the biggest thing with your legs. It's like you have to start like it's somewhere in your thigh and go all the way up.
It's crazy though. The human
But
body
it's
is
awkward.
it's pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
Human body is it's a story. But we're coming to about the end of the podcast, man, and it's a great episode. Is there anything you would like to shout out or
Shout out.
your Instagrams, your podcast that you have?
I mean, the biggest thing is my podcast is just called The Cleanest. It's spelt the way it should be spelled.
Uh-huh.
It's on. We have it on Spotify. We have it on Apple Music. We have it on. We do have Instagrams, but don't worry about our Instagrams. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about nothing.
Nothing.
Gotcha.
Just listen to the podcast and you'll be good.
All right, cool. It was a great show. Thank you, Paul, for hosting it and stuff like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Make sure you guys check it out on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and share. It's your boy Ryan. We out this thing. Have a blessed night. I'll see you guys next week.
Bet.
Say that. Happy.